wet meat.
Friesta's getting demoted.
No.
So,
Standard.
hey everyone. Welcome to another Wildewitch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Wildewitch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. That way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full-time and share them with you. And today we're playing D&D. This session features the Burning Veil storyline, set in our very own Velenar campaign setting. It is a deeply personal tale of trust, betrayal, magic, and magnificent ambition where the fate of the world hangs in the balance. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord where you can find out more information. But now, speaking of our awesome players, it is time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, game master and storyteller. With me is Sirenscape for our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous, daring heroes before they embark on another exciting tale of magic and wonder. And we'll begin with an introduction from the newly demoted Friesta.
Hi, I'm Shay, and I'm playing Friesta. She's an Eladrin blood hunter who embodies a cold complexion and icy resilience, with magic powers from her mysterious, fathomless patron.
I hope that that's not a mystery for long. Next up for our introductions, why don't we learn about Tala?
Hi, I'm Radiant, and I'm playing Tala, who is a total cleric. That's it for today.
Alright, heck yeah. Next up for our introductions, why don't we learn about Andy? Oh no. Alright, looks like we've got some technical difficulties with Andy, so we'll come back to that. And then we've got Ray.
Hi, I'm Anna. I play Ray, a tiefling wizard who escaped the prison island and now travels with the group.
Oh, nope, I think you were back. Let's see if we got Andy now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you!
Okay, cool. I don't know that.
Oh.
Quickfoot is a lightfoot halfling bar whiz who loves food, specifically eating it, not making it. She typically has her hair up in a bun, and she loves to play her family drum and flute, along with their new violin. Her familiar's name is Perry, and he's currently in weasel form, and she is terrified of trees. And she recently gained a sword that totally isn't cursed from beneath her family's home. Yep, and she's worried about everyone in her community and yada yada and all that jazz.
Alright, so with that, we have all of our introductions, and we are able to dive into our session here. And you all have made it to the West Hills, to Andy's home. It is filled with people. It's getting close to the time for dinner, and you have met with one of Andy's siblings here, who has made sure to tell you all not to get into too much trouble. But as we return, what are you all doing?
As soon as my sister's out of earshot, I'd like to do a sending to my brother.
Okay.
This is to Beck, my eldest brother. Priestess says hi. Where are you? I'm back home now and something's off. ghosts in old caves, box of bones, past tragedy, something beneath the tree.
You get a response. I'm home, but not at the house. Not yet. Looking into the tree. What do you mean, ghosts and a box of bones? When can we meet?
This guy is making me spend another 3rd level spell slot?
Yeah, it seems so.
Man, this is why brothers are annoying. Okay. Let me just mark this off before I forget. Schmuck. What time of day is it right now?
It's evening time.
How could we now? Would there be a place that Andy would remember? Like a good secluded meeting spot?
Yeah, go ahead, give me a history check here.
Oh, it was almost in that one. Okay, 14.
You could you could get a room at the lights.
Sure, there's gotta be back doors there. Okay. Yeah, Andy will kind of look to her friends and go, okay, got one more. And yeah, sending gosh, okay. Priestess says hi, as always. How about the lights in half an hour? Yes. Ancestor ghosts in old cave to south. See you soon. Hugs.
The response you get is concise.
Great.
I'll be at the lights in half an hour.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, so in case that wasn't obvious, like addressing everyone, my brother is here but not here. We're gonna be meeting at the local tavern in half an hour.
Oh yay!
Did you want to go by yourself, or did you want us to go with you?
Well, I think we could all go, but maybe I meet with him separately. Like we all go and get a drink, and then I'll just scooch around the back and talk with him.
Okay.
Good.
Great.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
Is the pub, the tavern, like made for small people too?
Yes, although I think there's outside seating / a stage.
Okay. Because, this hunting isn't, I mean, it's not too bad, but,
Yeah, no, totally sorry. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Okay, let's go over there now because that seems uncomfortable.
Okay, thank you.
On the way, Andy will use her. Oh wait, am I attuned to the thing? Andy will use her pearl. She'll whisper something. One of her other brothers gave it to her, and she'll whisper something and get back a spell slot.
Okay. when you guys move through, there are still people here that Andy, you kind of remember from growing up. Other faces that don't quite remember because things have changed, they've grown, but a lot of people seem to recognize you.
Great.
But there is outdoor seating, and you can see one of the other Quickfoot bards are upon the stage, making a merriment of the night.
Are they any good?
Why don't we find out here real quick? No, not at all.
Oh no. Yikes.
There's a reason
That's
why
unfortunate.
they're on the outside stage and not inside.
Yeah. Yikes. Okay.
Famous quick foods you're always talking about.
Yeah, no, maybe they're like I think they're
Maybe.
younger or
Yeah, like
you know,
a
they had
beginner.
you gotta start somewhere.
Maybe it's like an
Um
internship. I don't know. Do you guys
yeah,
do internships for that stuff?
I think we do, yeah, like apprenticeship stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
like or like some Quickfoots just they gotta find their instrument, There's a lot of them out there, and maybe what they're playing
Some
isn't their
things come
instrument.
naturally, some things don't.
Exactly, yeah. Or maybe the Switch families would find a better suiting this profession.
I take out my
Yeah.
triangle and try to see if I can find the beat.
Yeah.
Give me a performance check, please.
Is
Oh
there a
no.
beat? Is my first question.
It's not in any sort of time, but sure.
Oh, challenge for Tala. I kind of hope you do bad at this, actually.
Well,
Good. I'm
Oh,
glad you
oh,
can't find
oh.
a beat if it's not there to begin with.
Well, it's
So what happens here is that Tala, in trying to find the beat, gets the offbeat for like every other every other of the musicians. Like Tala's just going on her own on the triangle, and somehow there is like a little bit of overlap.
Yikes. Yeah, okay. I kind of put a hand on Tala. Maybe don't try and accompany those particular musicians.
okay. Can I get some ale? Do they come in pints?
They come in pints. So, yeah, there's like you kind of have to crouch down to the window, but they do have a window to the bar from the outside for the companions that don't wish to enter in. But for those of you who don't mind the crouching, or would like to just go inside anyway, you're able to go inside. Or if you're a small person, just enter in like normal.
Yep, for once.
But yeah, the tavern is lively. Everyone seems to be in good moods here, at least from what you can see. There's probably some people who are in worse moods, but, they're hiding well amongst the laughter.
Lovely. Andy would kind of give short pleasantries to if anyone came up and said hi or whatever. She'd introduce folks and maybe share a short laugh or something, but she'd generally try and not socialize too much with community members.
All right. Andy, go ahead, because I know that you're here for a reason. Why don't you go ahead and give me either a perception or investigation check?
Sure. The same modifier.
All right, 23. I will keep that in mind, Andy. We know what Tala's doing, getting an ale and sitting outside, maybe playing more Triangle. But what about Frista and Ray? I haven't heard what you guys are doing yet.
I'll just stay outside and not have to maneuver my way in.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye out. Anyone looking suspicious? Oh, can we see the tree from here?
Yes.
I am eyeing that tree and anyone in the general vicinity coming from it or going to it. But I'm just, standing there looking nice and sweet.
Ray will join Freesta. Might be a little overwhelmed with all the new people.
Well, if you think about it, they're halflings, so you've only got, half the amount of new people when you stack them on top. Sorry.
We need some trench coats.
Yeah, you gotta have the third so they can pop out of the top for the head. Alexi's just done.
Yep.
You're all able to sort of enjoy the sort of calm or cacophony in your own ways, but with a 23, Andy, which chat, calm down. With a 23, Andy, you're able to notice a figure. Just on the side of the hearth where more shadows seem to come in. Closer to the central of the room, but a perfect place for hiding in plain sight. Hood drawn, but a familiar enough countenance. You see Beck.
Great. Yeah. I'll excuse myself from friends, or if I was chatting with anyone, say, okay, I'll be back. Don't worry. And if my sister comes around, I'm not here.
I will absolutely worry.
That's your prerogative, I guess. But like, yeah, go over to Beck, kind of tap him on the shoulder.
He looks over to you, and there seems to be relief on his face. You made it.
Didn't die yet.
Let's take a out back. And he looks kind of cautiously to the rest of the room.
Yeah, sure. Are you expecting somebody?
Since I've been gone, I've just learned to be a little bit more cautious with what ears might hear certain conversations.
Sure. Understandable. Having a bounty on your back.
Let's try and keep that not well known here.
Yeah, everyone would flip out.
And he will make towards the back door. Go ahead, roll for me either stealth or performance to follow him.
Oh, the performance all the way, man. 22.
All right, yeah, easily done. No one seems to think that you are anything but where you're supposed to be. And
But
then,
an innocent halfling who's never done anything wrong in her entire life. Cool.
100%. Except, you left the community. They do know that.
Yes, stuff's fine.
But yeah, you, the two of you make it out, and the sounds begin to die a bit. You can still hear, of course, what's going on inside the tavern. But he seems already to be more relaxed, more at ease.
Mm-hmm. So what have you been doing since you got back a while ago?
I've been looking into the same things that had me leave in the first place. The tree. There's not much that I'm able to find, but I'm hoping that perhaps some of the elder members of the community would be willing to talk.
To you?
Probably not to me, but just in general.
Ah,
What have you been doing? You mentioned something about these ghosts and a box of bones.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and Andy will kind of explain more or less everything, except maybe not saying anything about this sword, except that they found it. Um, we came in through like the lower section of the cave over there, and then wandered around, and we met Corzin's mom, undead Corzin's mom. We found this little like secret tunnel thingy, with the initials BD, and yep, and found this box of bones, the black bones, the dwarvish writing on it, and found the sword. Saw a younger version of Grandma Stefania, undead as well, which she stayed away from for no particular reason. Screaming ghost. Yep.
You can see like his brow furrows as he processes what you say here. Maybe Corzin would be the one to talk to then. How have people been receiving you since you've returned?
Good, actually, surprisingly good. Like Thea, Deep Gather over there, very nice. And like I met some of our cousins. There's a long strider among them and some others, on the road in here before the storm hit, and they were nice. Very, and they said that something was weird though. That folks were off, and I've noticed that too, but I don't know how to describe it.
I've seen it too. I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it has anything to do with the tree.
Yeah, for sure. And there was something about like the tree. Okay, what do you know about Grandma Stefania? Her history, because it seems like a lot of this is tied to her. Something about she left and then she returned, and she got weird, and then the tree gained influence with her, and a lot of her family died at that point, or before that, right before that. Yeah, I don't know.
I know a little bit of the history of Grandma Stefania. I've been trying to figure out people here. Our family. And what could be going on. And she did leave for a period.
Right.
All that we know here is that she did some sort of business out in the world.
Right.
And when she came back, just before she got home, there was a cave-in.
Yeah. Yeah, which makes me a little bit question, like, why are they expanding the caves again if people have literally, like, entire families have been wiped out? If the, like, why are they doing that again? You know, that seems odd to me.
It's very odd. But I don't think Stefania is going to talk about it.
I'm not talking to her.
I think if we want to get more information about what's going on here, we have to do it ourselves. Or we have to talk to Corzin.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
I'm probably not welcomed anywhere, even with everyone being weird. And if I'm going to be welcomed anywhere, it's going to be at our home.
Yes. Yeah, no. Before the end of tonight, you and I was talking with Seven, Carrick, and Steph. And Fours, I guess. Although he's like, fine. He's whatever.
I don't think that's the best idea. Little long strategy.
Why not? You're here. You're fine. Mostly. I mean, we'll forget the bounty and whatever, but like, they're your siblings. Like, come on. Can't not see them.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh boy. Damn it. 11.
I know where you're coming from. And there is a bond between us as siblings. But I think it would be best that perhaps I stay missing just a little longer.
Why?
Because of why I left. The people that I was involved with.
Can I do a subtle spell of sending real quick?
Sure. What do you say?
I'm sending this to my brother Sev, who is more responsible than Carrick. Yo, could you come like real quick to the back of the lights? Like, if you see Steph, great, but I just want you and Carrick and like maybe Fours if you see him. Come back as quick as you can.
I sure didn't realize you had arrived already. And that's all you get is the very confused sort of affirmation.
Lovely. Don't mind me.
You can see Beck just kind of has a very unimpressed look on his face.
Hi, can I help you? I think we should continue talking about Grandma Stefania's involvement in all this.
You said that something about the tree influenced her.
Yes, well, yeah. Because I guess my question is, why did she leave and why did she return slash how did she change? Because like that's odd. And also a side question though too, how did Corzin's mother die? Do you know? I don't know.
All I know is that there are some old rumors that people don't really talk about what happened with Corzin's mom. It's just been always referred to as a tragedy.
Right. There's a
But-
lot of those now that I think about it.
Our community has a history, it seems, of hiding the darker aspects of it.
Mm-hmm. Say, before you left, I learned a little bit about you were hanging out with the Deep Gather families. Did you? I always thought that was because you were trying to get away via one of their caravans. Um, were you looking into anything in particular? Like the history, like we found this box of bones, or box made out of bones, and those dwarvish markings on it. Do you think the Deep Gather lineage came from, or had some influence from dwarvish or gnomish folks? Did you learn anything about that in your investigations?
I did find things that were... I didn't realize it at the time, but talking to some of the other initiates in the Order, things that were dwarven in nature. So perhaps the Deep Gathers aren't just halflings.
Yeah, I mean, that would make a lot of sense, really. They're kind of crazy. Okay. And then you don't know any famous Deep Gather, like ancient people by the name of BD, did you? Because while we can come up with fake names for this guy, I feel like knowing his actual name or their actual name would be beneficial.
I don't have anyone that I know particularly notoriously of BD or the Deep Gathers. It could be anyone, really.
Yeah, they were a Mason too. I got that sense instead of a minor. Maybe that'll help narrow it down. But okay, well, maybe I'll go try and talk to not Doctor, to Grandfather Corzin, figure out where the heck that guy is, and the elders as well. Hmm. They're still up on Lantern's Edge, right? The little avenue by the tree.
From what I'm able to see, yes.
Okay. Have you seen Corzin at all?
No. I've not really been looking to interact with people.
Clearly. Yeah. Uh-huh. I guess you haven't heard anything or seen anything about Leaf and his wife Penny?
It's the one thing that I can hear anywhere I go. The whole community seems to be in the know about it and excited. One more weird thing.
Right? Yeah. And Leaf's siblings, Splash and Willow, are still alive and well, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I've not heard much about them, but I've not heard that there's anything that happened to them either.
Right. Okay, no other recent tragedies. Cool. Curious. Is there anything else that I... Oh, no. Yeah, we don't know any of this stuff. Andy would, if she couldn't think of anything else to say and siblings hadn't arrived yet, she would show off like her drum and see how cool it is. Though it water ripples and stuff, and it's like, yeah,
totally. Well, Andy's showing off the drum and trying to stall time for the siblings to get there. Freesta, Ray, Tala, you are outside. Two of you are actively watching the tree. Can I get a perception check, please?
Wattpad is great, by the way.
God, don't even remind me, please. I'm too focused on the Wattpad.
Open a Wattpad tab and your rolls will be so much better.
It's just gotta be like a tab that's pure filth fic.
Yeah, open one of the ones that I just sent you over DMs.
Did you send them the one that I sent?
So, a 23. Freesta. You hear something. It's evening, starting to get to the night. But there is a... It's not a wind that you feel, but you can hear something carried on the wind. A voice. No words, and it's distant. But it comes from the direction that you are watching. From near the tree.
Is the Ray still next to me?
Yeah.
Is Tala out here as well, or is she?
Tala, I believe, stayed outside.
Yes.
Okay. I'll just. Did you guys hear that? At the tree?
Hear what?
The voice in the wind. It came from the tree.
Are we hearing voices now? What's going on?
I don't want to talk about it, but this is different.
More people hearing voices. Great.
Can we
don't
go
wanna
check
say-
it out?
Let's be quick about it.
Okay.
Oh, this is better than what I could have expected.
We're not going to get too close, not without Andy. We're just going to investigate the wind.
Are we
Right,
sure?
guys? Yes, the voice in the wind.
What's the voice saying?
Telling you to be quiet. What else?
No.
As we walk closer to the tree, what do we see, guys?
Well, you have to walk to the tree, which means you pass from the dancing lights, the tavern, all the way through more of the settlement. So you pass by other buildings, other burrows, and as it is in the evening time, there are a few people on the streets that are walking about. Give me a insight check here.
What part never fails me.
You pass by two figures, halflings, that seem to be moving with haste towards the tavern. Freesta and Ray, you two would notice that they share a couple of similar features to Andy as they move past very quickly. Maybe some relatives of some nature. But as they move beyond, you kind of continue on. The lantern tree is massive. It has been here for ages, generations. Plentiful portraits hang off of its branches. The dark wood, black, almost like the night sky.
Is there a smell?
Nothing that is unexpected. But there is a figure that is beneath the tree, standing there, slightly hunched and looking up at the branches. Her hair is pulled back into a tightly braided bun, and the outfit that she wears is comfortable but seems very smart. Ready for business.
Let's keep our distance and just investigate the wind.
You don't want to. I mean, do you think that's Grandma Stefani?
Probably.
You don't want to go say hi?
No, I want to clock her in the face, but that's not going to help anyone, so I'm going to keep my distance.
I don't think we should say hi without Andy.
Oh, okay. How far are we from the tree?
You'd be about 60 feet or so.
Oh, okay. I go, I want to do something. And will you guys give me 11 minutes?
Is it
And
something you might want to do when Andy's here?
No, we can tell her what I found out.
If you're sure.
Yeah. And I sit down and I dig my hands into the ground and I'm gonna ritually cast commune with nature.
Okay. Just tell me what questions you wish to know the answer of.
Okay. So 3 things. Is there any fae? Because I can go up to 3 miles because we're out in the open. Is there any fae present?
Any fae present within 3 miles? I mean, always because of me. Sorry, that's. I have to make that joke. Um. Hmm. There is no fae within 3 miles.
Is there
Well,
any?
actually, Rista
I'm humanoid.
is humanoid. Okay, cool.
Okay. Is there like access to another plane of existence? Or influence from another plane of existence?
There is influence from another plane of existence.
Ooh. Is it like centered around any specific place?
I don't believe your commune with nature gets you that information. I just believe it says if it's present or not. Let me double check.
Yeah, but you're a generous GM.
But I'm a GM that enjoys their secrets as well.
And pain.
Yeah, that comes wrapped up in the secrets.
Okay. While you're taking that, my last thing would be centered around me. If I was to kind of look at it as a aerial radar, is there any spot within the 3 mile radius that has I'm assuming there's like halflings everywhere, but is there any place that where there are no halflings or no like living humans around, like a dark spot?
I mean, there is areas where there are less people, but there's not like a, you know, discernible of like everything in this area has halflings except for this one little radius inside that area that it makes it easily discernible. Like, your understanding is that there is a community here, so it's like a dense population that then peters out as you get farther away.
Okay, so nothing that says, hey, you should go check out here. Okay. Okay. I open my eyes and I go, okay, so there is a fae presence. Well, you said there's a fae presence, right?
I mean, I've been told that there is a fae presence in the form of Perry. So yes, there is fae presence within 3 miles.
Andy, I'm gonna kick your ass. But nothing from the tree that says fae.
Well, the way that the influence, it's not like a discernible like pinpoint location. You do know that there is influence here, from the other planes of existence.
Okay. I go ahead and share that information. And I go, I really want to, I feel like, I mean, is it rude for us to see Grandma Stefania but not say hi?
I I just think we should investigate the ominous voice and stay away from her for the
Yeah, but
moment.
I
I
feel
I
like
think
Lexi says we want to go talk with the big G.
I know I don't want to say anything wrong though.
I feel like she would probably like murder us if we without Andy, because I
Okay,
don't think she knows us. So
okay. All right, yeah, all right. We'll just kind of sit here. But if she notices us and says hi, we're not gonna ignore her, right?
Yes, if
yeah,
she initiates conversation, then we be nice and converse back. But I don't think
Oh,
we should initiate anything with her at
okay.
the moment.
Now, what is this about a voice that you heard? Do you think it's like? Do you still hear the voice?
I try and listen for the wind.
All right. Investigation or perception check.
I'll go investigation.
maybe it's like the voice from the sword.
Hunters. Does Hunter's Bane apply?
What are the parameters for Hunter's Bane?
Recall information. Investigation's weird. Fae fiends are undead.
Um, it's not quite recalling information, but I won't be too beholden to that because you're searching and using information that you already have to apply.
Technically, I have advantage on survival checks to track Fae fiends and undead.
Well, this isn't.
That adds to it.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm using like your past skills is what's helping you with your investigation. I just wanted to know what the classifications really. Um, so yeah, I'll give you advantage.
Cool.
Hey,
I
it
got
might not even
+3
work.
anyway. Hey,
22. Again, you don't feel a wind here, but as you're looking around, you see where the tops of the trees move almost on their own accord, like a wind swirls through them. And as you focus in on that, you can hear it, the voice. And it's paired with others. And it almost harmonizes, creates a song, a melody, but it's only there for a few breaths before you can't hear it anymore.
I knew it, cultist.
do the voices sound peaceful, or are they like screaming in pain?
Roll an insight check.
Great. Please roll good. Damn it, 3.
It's definitely not screams, but you don't know if peace is a word that you would describe to it. You don't know what word you'd describe to it. It's wordless. They're just voices.
Wordless voices. That's terrifying. I'll share with the other 2.
Can you tell where the voices is coming from? Can we feel where the wind is coming from?
You don't feel a wind.
God damn it.
It's just in. It was coming from this direction, and I think now we're at the source. I think it's definitely the tree.
So, do we think there are tree worshippers who are right now chanting doing some sort of ceremony to get ready for the inevitable, or I guess not the word inevitable, like the awaited um, arrival of the Antichrist that is Steve's child.
That's a good theory. I was thinking it was like the screams of the sacrifice and the deceased.
Well, of course, they're gonna sacrifice to, mark the baptize the child of leaf, right? Do you think they'll name it acorn or apple or even walnut?
I have no idea, but I think Acorn would be a beautiful name for a child.
Mm. And I want to go talk to the tree, but not when grandmother Stephania is around. Should we go back in case Andy's looking for us?
That's fair. What has Grandma Stefania been doing this whole time? Just standing there?
Yeah, she has her hands on her cane, her staff here, just sort of looking up at the tree and has been almost stock still the entire time.
Is she touching the tree?
Nope, just standing beneath it, looking up with her cane right there in her hands.
Has she looked at us at all while we've been here?
She does not seem to know that your presence is there, and if she has noticed you, she is perhaps ignoring you politely.
Now I'm offended. Tala,
Yes.
didn't you want to have a word?
I'm gonna go ahead and take out my triangle. How far is grandmother Stephania from where we are?
About maybe 50 feet away from you?
I'm gonna go ahead and walk 10 feet, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hit my triangle 3 times.
Alright. As you are making that noise, you can roll for me, Priesta, Tala, and Ray, a perception check.
I'm gonna do fan fiction.
Tala and Ray would notice this. It's just a tensing of the fingers around the head of the cane. And we will see what happens with Grandma Stefania and what's going on back at the Lights Tavern after our upcoming ad break. So, hang out with us. We will be right back to continue along with our story. But before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They're important to us at Wildewitch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi, link that is on screen, as well as in our chat room. These donations help provide your GM with much needed caffeine, but they also unlock awesome perks for the entire community that benefit everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests, all sorts of fun things. So, stick around. We'll see you all very soon. Alrighty, we are back in action. And as we return, we had a few things happening. Antala had played the triangle to get the attention of Grandma Stefania, which seemed to have worked, indicated by the clenching of fingers around the head of cane. I need more coffee, guys. But we also saw two halflings rushing towards the Dancing Lights Tavern. And we're going to pick up there real quick. So, Andy had been showing off the drum that she had acquired in a certain layer with its watery replacement of the skin and the ripples that it showed, and then all of a sudden, it's not just her and Beck behind the dancing lights. Two more figures arrive. So, unfortunately, Fours is not with Sev and Carrick. But, Andy, you do see Sev and Carrick here as they made their way from wherever they were.
Yeah, Andy'll just kind of like, it's supposed to be like overly performed shock, like, whoa, I can't believe they're here. Back and like pull down his like hood or whatever he's trying to hide his face with. Imagine that! And then go over and like hug them. Oh, it's great to see you. How's it going? So glad to be back.
They hug you, but you can feel that there's some sort of like stiffness from shock as they are like looking over at Beck. But that kind of passes very quickly. Especially with Sev, as you have messaged him before. Andy, welcome back. I know that, of course, you were welcome, but I didn't expect you to be here so soon.
Yep, you're welcome. I knew you couldn't live without me, so here I am.
Carrick kind of chuckles at that. Well, now I've got someone to help me out with some of the smaller areas that I can't quite reach into.
Ha 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 ha. Gosh, I don't know why I came back all of a sudden. Just the reasons lost me.
Oh, well, look, if you help me out with the things that I'm planning, I will make sure that you don't get the brunt of whatever Steph says.
Great. Yeah. Oh, and I have someone I need you to help coach in the world of pranks. But that's for another time. But Beck's here, and it's great, and he's doing great, and we're doing great, and there's nothing at all shady going on, at all. So.
Yeah, but I see that Beck's here, comes from Sev. Beck, who's kind of been standing back a little bit, you can see that he's, even without the hood drawn, he makes sure that the scarf that covers his neck is well
Yeah.
in place.
Yeah.
Sev? Carrick? He just kind of gives a nod from where he's at, but he'll step closer.
Great. Yeah. Kind of. They haven't hugged, right? They've like, been awkwardly standing there.
Yeah, there's not been a hug between them.
Yeah, Andy will dramatically roll her eyes and go, "Come on, this is supposed to be a reunion, not like a funeral," and like push them together.
Give me a persuasion check, please.
Yeah. Switch. 12.
It's very much a forced kind of like pulling them together. But they will eventually come, you drag back over enough and there's a hug and you can see that it is like very brotherly.
Great. Awkward as all get out. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Great. See, you're welcome, Beck. And yeah, is he like? Does he seem upset, or does he seem more like? How did he take that?
Roll a insight check, please.
15.
with a 15. He's not upset. Um,
Mm.
there's definitely a look of being awkward. Worry. And there's something else there that you can recognize, but you can't quite name.
Mhm. Lovely. Um, yeah, and Andy will kind of take that in and go, okay, maybe that was a bit much. Yeah, so I guess I just wanted y'all to see each other. You know, I guess I know it can't be like old times, but um, I don't know. We're siblings. We should act like it, you know? Staring at Beck and see each other when we're in town.
Yeah, I'll I'll make a endeavor to stop by the burrow. Beck will say. And Sev nods. Yeah, we'd love to have you over for a time, I'm sure.
Yep. Good times. Seth can cook for us. Hopefully, mom and dad are not there. But we'll see.
No, if Beck wants to come by, I'll just do something to get Monda's attention, and we'll be fine. You know how good I am at that.
Yes. Very good, very good. And don't tell Steph I saw you because she wants me to stay out of trouble, which is code for not seeing you guys.
Like I said, I'll handle what Steph says.
Great. Lovely. Cool. Okay, well, this is awkward enough, I feel. So yeah, Beck, I'll go try and talk to Corzin. And Carrick and Sev, I have someone for you to meet. But yeah, don't be a stranger.
You get like just the barest of a nod from Beck at that last statement. But yeah, you are
Great.
able to bring your brothers to go meet Lorcan.
Yes.
And as
Lovely.
that's happening, let's go back to the lantern tree. Trista, Tala, Ray. It is Tala and Ray that have noticed the hand curling around the cane, but the elderly halfling woman turns, looking at you all. In her wrinkled face, you can see that it is hard set. Her eyes steely. She looks over you all. If you wish to make a performance, I suggest heading out to the tavern or one of the private estates.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I didn't. It's not a performance. It's just my way of giving homage to this magnificent tree. It is so. I've never seen anything so majestic. Hi. Sorry to disturb if we disturbed you.
I can't fault you for being unaware of our practices. You are nothing but companions. But whoever's companions you are, I would have hoped that they would have alerted you of some of our traditions.
Oh, uh, sorry. Uh, sorry. Not their fault. I should have been more. Anyway, sorry. My name is Tala, and these are my friends, Risa and Ray.
She just looks at you all expectantly.
Do you know, do you know anything about this tree? Like, what's the story? I mean, all these little things hanging from it and whatever. It's,
The
well,
lantern tree is a pillar point of our community. This is where we hang those who have passed on from before. It's how we keep their memories alive.
wow. How old is it? Do you know?
Who are you to be asking all these questions?
Oh, sorry. We're here with our friend. She came home to visit her family. Her cousin.
So you are the companions of Andy.
Yes, and Andy Quickfoot. Do you know Andy?
No, Andrew.
Remind me again who you are to be asking questions of our lantern tree. I
We're
understand
friends
your
of.
connections, but that does not give you the right to such prying information.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a cleric follower of Anganod. I love and revere things of nature, and this tree is magnificent. I'm just very curious about it. That's what it.
The tree has been here for as long as we have, as a community.
Wow. Does it ever talk to you?
We are not friends. I do not think that you are perhaps welcome to such knowledges of my personal life.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have very poor social skills. My friends have been trying to teach me um, how to, not to do that.
Perhaps you should continue your lessons.
I will. I'm sorry if I offended you. It's just, I was wondering, is it okay if I try to talk?
I would prefer companions to not be so close to the tree, but I cannot stop people.
Okay. Maybe when you're not here, because I don't want to keep on offending you. Do you know that there are dead people in the cave?
Hola. What's the fuck?
Are you and Andy staying at her family burrow?
Well, not yes and no. I'm assuming probably near there, but I'm kind of big, and her house is kind of small. So I may be sleeping outside.
I will make a visit in the morning.
Oh, that would be nice. You know, Andy says there's such a thing called welcome soup. Maybe we can either make that, or I can make good berries. That would be nice too.
The no, not no. The halfling woman turns her attention towards Freesta and Ray. What have you guys been doing during this interaction?
Looking panicked and stressed and fearful and terrified and angry, but trying to hide it. And
Would you like to roll a performance check?
sure.
I'm just hiding behind Farisa.
I'm going to run all around Ray to protect them, and I'm just trying to keep myself composed.
I'm scared. Please.
So am I.
Yeah, you're not hiding your emotions very well.
There's too many to hide.
It's not enough.
Grandma Stefania then looks back towards you all as a group. I suggest you perhaps return to Andy's side. You shouldn't be
Okay.
here without a guide.
Oh, okay. Well, it's nice talking to you. I will see you tomorrow morning.
I will see you in the morning.
Do you want us to, cook your breakfast?
She says nothing.
Oh, by the way, who should I say that you're coming? You never introduced yourself.
If you do not know who I am, Andy will be learning some skills for better introducing her companions to the community.
Wait, are you Grandma Stefania?
Seems that the girl has some smarts then.
Yes. Oh, if you were. Hey, nice to meet you. You said you're the leader of the community.
I am the
respected
matriarch of the
elder.
grounds.
That is so cool. Well, we're very honored. I think that's the word. Okay, see you tomorrow morning. Bye. And I wave and I turn around and I look at my two companions and I realize that they have this strange looks on their faces that keeps on changing every half a second. And I go, uh-oh, internally.
Tala,
Yeah.
I, uh, this is... Shit. Let's hope this isn't as bad as I think it's going to be, but we should definitely, absolutely right now get back to Andy and tell her what just happened here.
What just happened?
I think you pissed off,
An old lady.
pissed off an old lady. This very old lady that Andy's been warning us about. And I think Andy's going to be the one to pay for that.
Oh,
So I'd
Oh,
like to make
she's
sure
mad?
she is okay. Oh, she
Don't
is
tell her.
pissed. We need to
Let's
tell
not
her.
tell her. No, don't tell her.
No. What do you mean don't tell her?
Don't
I
tell
think
her.
she's gonna find out either way, so we might as well, like...
She's
Yep,
exactly.
but then have her find out tomorrow morning, not tonight, because then she'll give me the. Oh boy.
Well, she's going to find out in the morning. I'd rather she be prepared for it.
Okay. Was it bad?
Yes, it was horrible, Tala.
Oh no.
Dreadful.
Oh
Keep it
no.
up.
Why didn't you stop me?
I was terrified. There was so much going on, and you just kept talking. And Tala, listen, I love that you are trying to take a more social role, and I think it is great for you. I just think that for a person who we have been told so much negative things about, we should maybe discuss as a group before telling them so many things about us being here and who we're with. And I'm just very worried about Andy right now.
Okay. We should probably go. Let's go.
We should absolutely go.
And then as we're walking, as we get closer to the tavern, I turn into a little puppy.
I give some little pets.
Okay.
Not your fault.
As Friesta, Tala, and Ray return to the Dancing Lights Tavern, Andy, you are there out in the front. Ansel, Lorcan, you see are present. You've introduced Sev and Carrick. Beck isn't here anymore. He has gone off on his own.
Yeah. Does Carrick and Lorcan are they hatching some fun plans against?
Oh
Frieza?
yeah, they're like heads like down next to each other. They're whispering. Lorcan's got his notebook out.
Awesome. That's very exciting. Lovely. Great. Yeah, I guess I'd be chatting with Sev on some of the mechanics of spells that I've learned and discussing magical possibilities and like telling about Fulmar and magic things, divination stuff and whatever. I think I have a book. I'd share that with him.
Okay. But yeah, you would notice when your three companions are coming back on the horizon.
Can,
Oh, there you are.
What are the facial expressions of Ray and Frieza?
Krista has 1,000-yard stare.
Good. Glad.
Ray just kind of like hands in her face, or hands like holding her face.
I go and as a puppy paw at Friesta's leg, wanting to be picked up.
I pick up the puppy. I have like a hand on Ray's back, leading. Got the face in her hands, and it's just a sad walk.
Andy's concerned. She'll kind of get up and go, you good? You look like you've seen a ghost. Ha 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 ha.
So funny, Auntie. You're hilarious. Oh, have I ever told you you're the funniest in the group? Let me be honest.
You don't seem good.
Okay. Oh boy. So, kind of everyone's fault. We saw Stefania, and she wasn't paying attention. She wasn't. Yes, and for some reason I took that as a defense, and then I sort of said to Tala to go in that direction, so it's not fully Tala's fault. Blame Tala. Tala started speaking to Grandma Stefania, and now she knows that we're with you, that we were doing stuff we weren't supposed to, which was just being around the tree. We didn't know we weren't meant to supposed to fully be doing that. Sorry, I can't speak. And then she's coming to meet us this morning, and I think she's
wait. Grandma Stefania is coming to the house in the morning.
In the morning,
like
to
6
say
hours?
hi. Yes.
Maybe we should just not be here tomorrow morning.
Yeah, what is Seven? I mean, I'm assuming Kerrick's not listening to us, but like, does Sev hear this conversation, or is he not paying attention?
I'd say Sev is in a. He's not quite as involved with Carrick and Lorcan, so he'd be able to hear this conversation. And almost immediately his posture's a little straighter.
Yeah, right.
Biggest puppy eyes I could possibly have.
I still have Tala in my arms, and I just put it towards Sandy's face.
Yeah, I mean, Andy's like, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, we could just act like we never told you, and just like head out for some like breakfast or something.
See, that doesn't really work, and I'm kind of looking at Sev like every other word. You know, it doesn't really work with Grandma Stefani. You know, she kind of gets her way. So if she's coming, and you better be there.
What if she doesn't?
It won't be better. It's just, yeah, no. I don't like this.
So sorry, Auntie.
It's okay. Honestly, I'm glad I wasn't there because public humiliation is better than private humiliation. So,
yeah. So we go to brunch or something.
Yeah, we can just make sure no one else is in the boat, right, Seth? You said you could make a distraction, and then Ma and Da won't be there, right? That would be good.
I mean, I could perhaps get up early and have them out of the house. Yes.
Oh, that would be really nice, brother. That would be very good. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. because the thing is, like, if she's coming over, you want to like have like the perfect food and be dressed like your Sunday best, and like, uh, and to like have brushed your teeth like 10 times, and straighten up the house, and like remember to dot all your I's and cross all your T's in like the newspaper that morning. Like it's a
Yeah, we'll probably be at our Wednesday worst, so
yep, awesome. So
maybe
excited.
we can figure something out, you know? Like
I Gray, I think we just have to do this, and it's just gonna be a hot mess. But you know, it's if Manda aren't there, then I only have to deal with one person who's really disappointed in me. It'd be like old times, Sev. You know, it'd just be like great stuff.
Are you mad at us?
No, I honestly, I'm surprised that she hadn't shown up yet, and she probably would have come in the morning anyway. Um.
Okay. If it makes you feel better, we did sort of get some information.
Oh yeah. Tell me about that, please.
Most of it
voices.
came from. Yes, there was a voice in the wind. I think they're screaming. No, they're not screaming. I don't know what they're doing, but it's weird. It's ominous. No words to
Ah.
describe it, or maybe I'm just stupid. Um,
Mm.
Tala got a lot of information from her spell, and when Tala was talking to Stefania about the tree, she did not want to answer a lot of questions. Very
Hmm.
gatekeepy,
Interesting.
very defensive as well.
Yeah, being outsiders, I guess that makes sense. Oh man, is she gonna view me as an outsider? Hmm. Oh, hey, yo, Sev. Has Grandma Stefania said anything about me or Beck since we've left? Asking for a friend.
He pointedly does not talk about either of you.
Excellent. That's even worse. Okay, cool. Lovely. Switching topics completely. Have you seen Poison lately? Also asking for a friend.
You. He's, not been by the tree as often since you left.
Yeah.
But he still goes out every few days.
Hmm.
Not as
Oh,
often
I have an
as
idea.
Stefania's out there, though. She seems to have
Sure.
picked up her frequency in trips.
Yeah. Hey, yo, and I'll turn back to like Ray and Freesta and Tala. Um, Not that I don't want you to be there when Grandma Stefania yells at me. But perhaps you could go poison when I'm getting yelled at.
We could go what now?
Go visit my grandfather Corzin, the guy who gave me a flute.
Oh,
It's something else.
is that not something
Well,
we
because
have to join with?
yeah, but like I'm assuming he's usually at the home. I
Hmm.
don't know, maybe not, but like we would know that Grandma Stefania wouldn't walk in on you talking to Corzin if she was yelling at me.
That's
So
smart.
like
I
Hmm.
don't want to leave you alone though.
it's fine.
Yeah, I feel like if we go off further, we might make things worse.
Exactly. Look what happened when you left us alone this time.
Never
that's
leave
that's
someone.
that's a fair point. You got a point there, but
I'm scared.
yeah, it doesn't have to happen. Maybe it's a bad idea because it sounds like Grandma Stefania isn't at the house most of the time. So like, yeah. Hmm. In any case, I'm gonna go back to the house and try and straighten up everything before she gets there.
Would you like some help?
Yeah, please. Prestidigitation will be really
Awesome.
useful, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, as you are doing this, Lorcan kind of looks up. Oh, are we leaving?
You can stay with Carrick for as long as you want, buddy.
Carrick, I mean, if you guys are going back to the burrow, I mean, Lorcan can just room up in my room.
Great. Okay.
Ooh.
Looking, I don't actually. Never mind. I was gonna warn you about Carrick's room, but never mind.
You hear like a tear of paper, and Carrick like throws it immediately at you, Andy.
Do I dodge?
Give me a dexterity save.
I'd love to. 17.
Yeah, you're able to dodge.
What? Just being neighborly.
You're being an annoying sister.
You're welcome. Did you miss me? Yes, you did. Okay.
But yeah, you guys are able to make your way back to the Quickfoot Burrow, or at least the main one.
Right.
And how do you handle your sleeping arrangements? There are guest rooms.
That's a good question.
I would say that your burrow has 3 guest rooms.
Okay. Question. Since I assume all of my siblings at one time lived there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually remember how we split up bedrooms. I'll go in my room. I don't know if anyone can join me, although I think all the beds are like halfling size.
It would be
So-
halfling size.
That's unfortunate.
You guys have
Terraminder can
bedrolls?
stay in there.
Yeah, Terraminder can stay there.
Great, lovely. Okay.
I mean, that's
yeah.
only if you're okay with me rooming up with you, Andy.
Oh no, please. Yeah. That would be lovely. Yeah, and I guess we'll just set up cots in the front lawn. I guess.
Camping.
I'm sure that there's a tent or two that can be fashioned so that way you aren't just under the stars. You have some sort of protective cover.
I'm guessing my ma had some in the
Yeah.
storage room. Speaking of them, are they home?
They would be. And as it's getting later, a lot of the visitors that were coming in for Leaf and Penny, who've been staying during this last portion in the main Quickfoot home, have passed. So you are. It is your ma who finds you first.
Hey.
And Andy. She brings you into a hug, and it's almost pleasant, but you hear, if you're gonna be bringing companions home, let me know ahead of time so that I can get a proper meal prepared for them.
Yep. Sorry, ma. Forgot about that. My bad. As usual.
She gives another sort of tight squeeze, but now, have you seen your father yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Have you been practicing your drum and your flute?
Yes. Very good. And I have a new drum. Not that it's as good as the family drum, of course, but yeah.
And she kind of looks you over, and you can see that she's looking for any sort of scars, bumps, scrapes, bruises.
Does she notice the shadow mark?
Yeah, she would. She kind of clocks it.
Try and hide it after she notices it. Yeah, no, I'm doing great. Glad to see you. Happy to be back. Yep.
Well, your father should be finishing up with Leaf and Penny shortly, so he'll be coming through. Make sure you say hi to him.
Yep. Wouldn't want to not say hi to my dog.
And she'll give a few pats to your cheek, leans in, presses a kiss to your forehead, and she goes about as she normally does.
Great. Lovely. I'm gonna try and avoid her for the rest of the time.
And then you hear familiar footsteps of your father.
I'm gonna wait like a few minutes before like going to say hi. Trying to get up my courage.
Okay. As you take those few moments, Forzen looks up at you when you enter in, and roll me an insight check here.
Oh boy. Oh.
There's definitely an expression on his face, but it's hard to read.
Yep.
Welcome back, Andy.
Hi. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, um sorry I left how I did. But I'm back now. So
Yes, you're back.
uh-huh.
Are you staying?
uh uh not forever. But a few nights, a week, maybe more.
Very well. It's good to see you, Andy.
Yep. Glad I'm back.
Go ahead, roll me another insight check, please.
Oh boy. 25.
He hasn't outright stated it, but it seems that perhaps you've been dismissed this evening, based from his responses.
Yeah. Great. Yep. Good night. See you later.
I'll see you for breakfast, he says, as he goes back to what he was working on.
Oh no. Uh-huh. Looking forward to it.
So, what do you do for the rest of the evening? And this will be for Andy, Frista, Tala, Ray, all of you.
Cleaning up frantically. Helping Ma clean everything very nicely.
She appreciates it.
Good.
Do you tell her why you are cleaning frantically?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, in case we have important guests. You know, the elders were here, I saw, and like I haven't been here for a while. Yeah.
And it'll be nice for your companions to see that we can put on a good showing for them. Yes. Look,
Exactly. You get it.
I understand. I know that I was a long strider at one point, but we Quickfoots, we put on a good show.
Yep. Definitely the best of shows. Does Dar still? He still is the herald of the Quickfoots, yeah.
He's still Harold, yes.
All right, cool.
You know, he was hoping that you'd be able to take up that position one day.
Excuse me?
Well,
Why? What?
ever since, back up and left, he was thinking that perhaps you'd be able to stay and be able to pass it on, keep it in the family.
Oh, I hadn't known he was thinking that. Hmm.
Don't worry too much about that. You're welcome here no matter what.
Yep. Yeah, thanks, Mom. He doesn't seem too happy to see me, even though he said he was. But that's okay.
He's just perhaps a little stressed with everything going on. I wouldn't think too much of it.
Stressed because of the new kid, or
Yes,
something with
yes.
the.
It's been hectic, of course. But Penny, you know, his niece was very, well, she's welcome here, of course.
Sure. But Ma, do you know about the deep gathers are expanding the caves? And yeah, do you know? Thea, the cousin, tell me a little bit about that. You don't know. They're not expecting anything in particular, right? They're just kind of expanding the caves.
Yeah, they're expanding the caves. I don't know that anything's been said explicitly, but from uh, community meetings that your father's been in part of, I believe that's on the word of Grandma Stefania that they've been expanding.
Is it? That's interesting, I would say. Oh, I got it. This is totally random. Um, but what happened at Grandma Stefania's return? Like, I don't know why this was brought up before too, but like Grandma Stefania, I mean, obviously she's mad at me now, but like, and there's tragedy in her past, but like, do you know more about that? Given that she's your grandmother, you know,
You see that she
or
kind
maybe
of
Lenny.
uh, stops and wipes her hands before she turns. Hands on your shoulders. A very serious look on her face. We don't really talk too much about what happened with Grandma Stefania. It definitely wasn't the worst tragedy that we've seen here in the West Hills, but it was a great one.
Mm.
All of
Did that change her? Oh.
all of her family in one fell swoop, one incidental cave-in. Well, there was only one other time that I can remember putting so many, or that the community put so many portraits up on a tree.
And what was that?
We don't talk about it.
Um. Oh, yeah. So sorry, I'm asking the questions. I think it would help me understand her more because I've always been kind of scared of her, and I know she's great and all, and wants the best for the community, but I don't know how to get in touch with that side of her. Whenever she looks at me or whatever, she always seems to be disappointed. Um, so I guess I just wanted to understand that more, why she's like that.
She's grown into a very stern woman. I've been in your shoes, Andy. But she just wants the best for our little plot of the world.
Right, okay.
The rules are here, and traditions to protect. And when they don't protect is when we change them. But we've shaped them in a way that is good for us.
Sure.
You've done enough cleaning. Why don't you go play good host to your companions, you know? If they've got any allergies to food, let me know.
Yeah. And she'll go off and list whatever she, and then make up some bogus ones for Lorcan. But like, Tala prefers not to have meat, and then Lorcan's like, no this, no that, no salt. Very important. He doesn't get any salt. Very little fat. He's on this. He wants to like be more svelte for some reason. It's very odd. So yeah, for him, very plain stuff. But for all the rest, they're fine.
Okay. So she nods. You know that she doesn't need to take things down to remember.
Yeah.
Anything else from Andy?
Nope. Avoids. And goes and helps folks get set up.
Rista? Tala? Ray? What are you guys doing?
Hala is still in the puppy form because she doesn't want to screw up anymore tonight. And then she'll go and curl up with Vista to sleep.
Lisa's just chilling, sitting down, leaning against something, petting a puppy.
I guess Ray's just, you know, sitting around, maybe doing some yoga. Haven't done it in a bit.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Ansel will be out in the tent with you all. Lorcan's rooming with Eric. And Terraminder is rooming with Andy. And yeah, you all are able to have a long rest. Can I get D100 rolled from everybody?
You cannot, but thanks for asking.
Oh, this is too perfect.
Oh god, get me out.
Lee.
Get me out.
Let me just take a note here real quick.
I don't like you.
No.
Please don't take notes.
Your notes are scary. Can I double it and give it to the next person?
Is this karma? What's
Do we
going
have
on?
Uno reverse?
Yeah.
Boy. Okay, die. No! Who's the advantage for it? Yeah, okay. Schmuck.
Thank you, Brent.
Wow.
Watch it be Grandma Stefani's like intimidation roll or something.
Alright, so we will ask for everyone to roll me a d10, please, now.
What does this mean?
Rolling random dice.
Someone hold me, I'm scared.
I will hold
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
I'm also terrified.
Okay,
And-
Frista, you got out of line there, buddy.
Alright,
Sorry.
so we will find out the results of those rolls after our upcoming ad break. So, stick around with us. We will be right back to continue along with our story. But before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They're important to us at Wildewitch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen and in our chat room. These donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community that benefit everyone who play with us for the next month. A full list is available on our Discord, so check us out there. But we will be back very soon to continue our story. So we'll see you all shortly. The green room chat. Hey everyone, welcome back. We've got numbers to get to. All right. So, Andy has advantage on the next d20 roll that we've got. Why don't we start? Why don't we start with freestyle?
What's now?
We've got numbers to learn about.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. I was living in blissful ignorance for a little bit.
As you all find rest for the evening, some of you sleep, one of you trances. Freestyle. You're able to hear the world around you in a sort of passing moment. It's meditative. The experiences come, but you don't linger on them. Instead, your mind brings you elsewhere, to memories, to idle thoughts. Every so often you hear that faint, wordless voice, the harmonies that come from the tree. And it conjures in your mind a howling wind. Your memory is bright and colorless. The crunch of snow underfoot as you walk through a blizzard. Alone. Away. You have to find a place out. You have to find answers. And you have to find something that's not this blasted cold. But all you hear is the howling wind and the crunch of snow. And that's the memory that you focus on during your trance this evening. Why don't we go to Ray next?
Oh God.
Ray, you are sleeping. And it's a sound sleep. Most of your dreams, small, pass by without much memory, much thought. But then you are in a almost familiar space. There's an alchemy table in front of you. Your hands are moving. You're not controlling them. As you go through this dream, you're sort of just ambivalent, watching. You can tell the mixture is wrong. You can't do anything to stop it. And just like what happened the first time, though this time it is right in front of you, the mixture explodes. outwards. You're pushed back, covering your face, but you can feel the heat, the burn. It's caustic on your skin, and as you bring your arms down, peering through, you see the space around you engulfed in flame. You try to find a way out, but this version of Wyvern Snarl's boathouse in your dream seems to stretch on infinitely, and it's all on fire. Smoke becomes thick, becomes heavy, and when you wake in the morning, it is trying to catch your breath. But at least it was just a nightmare.
Fantastic.
Tala. When you sleep, your dream brings you to a forest. It is moonlit, and you are in a familiar form. Four-legged, larger than your typical mountain dog. You've taken the form of a wolf. Dire wolf. And there's a confidence here. And then you look around you and realize that there are other wolves. They are patient, they prowl. And you understand in your dream that they are waiting for your command. With a fearsome howl at the full moon, they return the call. The hunt begins. You rush through the woods. There is no beast that is your prey, but just the night, the adrenaline, the chase, the pack at your side. You feel free. And you awake pleasantly in the morning.
Oh, thanks, Faye.
Thank the dice gods. Andy, we can come to you and your dream. You are surrounded by candlelight, and you are outside. You stand in a familiar place. Beneath sprawling branches, in front of a black wooded trunk. You are alone this time, no siblings at your side. And you hear laughter, jeering. You hear that there are taunts thrown at your expense. You hear there are admonishments. There are all these different things piled upon you beneath the tree, coming from the ground and from the portraits that hang above. It's hard to focus on the words, and at a point it begins to cause your eardrums to bleed. You can feel the rivulets down the sides of your face. You awake, stuttering, juddering in your breath. Check your ears, they come away dry. But a voice comes to you in that moment afterwards, in panic. I wish to be free of that tree as well.
Yeah, it's a menace. For sure.
Dark spot on this land.
Yeah. Uh, Also, also the heart though of the community. Can't really separate the two, which I think is why it terrifies me.
You could. I could help.
How? How could you help?
I can give you power, ideas. Make me close, and I can help.
I will. Though I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a little scary in itself. Who are you? What were you?
I was like you once, but that's been forgotten.
Who would remember? Would the tree remember you?
I think the tree is the only one that would remember me.
Oh, good. Okay. Is your picture up in the tree?
No. I am forgotten.
I wonder if my picture's still up in the tree. Or Beck's. I wonder if we're to be forgotten too. Hmm.
I will help you.
Okay.
Your short sword does not continue conversation after.
Yeah, it needs its rest too, I'm sure. Being sentient is hard. Yeah.
But you all complete a long rest. And morning comes.
Hey,
Hmm?
if it's allowed, as soon as Kala gets up, can she go outside and um try to cast the commune spell?
Sure. Yeah, you are. I mean, you stayed outside in the tent, I believe, so easy enough for you
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, I'm gonna move a little bit afar so I'm by myself. Sit down facing the tree and then dig my hands into the earth and just feel the cool moisture and smell the air and pray to Angvanad and ask three, hopefully, questions that I get an answer. One, is the lantern tree a sentient being?
This is gonna be interesting because now I get to decide how Onganad responds. As you ask the question, your hands in the dirt, you feel almost a compulsion to rub your claws against the stones that come through. You take that as a no.
Second question, are there lives being sacrificed to the tree?
You are brought to, as you ask this question, your eyes flutter open for a moment and you see a beetle in the morning light, struggling against a tangle of dew speckled grass. It's a confusing sight. It seems that the answer to this question is unclear.
Last question. The new tunnels that are being dug, is that related to another plane of existence?
There is a twirling wind that you feel picking up this morning. You watch as there is a small bit of dust picked up. You can watch the twisting, and as you follow it, it seems central to the town, almost towards the lantern tree. But the twisting of the wind makes it clear that the answer you are searching for is unclear.
Okay. I thank Anjanad, stand up, and go find just something to wash my hands off the dirt.
Yeah. In the early morning, you would notice that there are a few halflings that are pittering about. Sev, you would notice one of the brothers you were introduced to in the evening before, with two older halflings escorting them out in the morning. And the woman will, at the tent, sort of knock on the flap. Knock, knock. I've started breakfast for your group. I did take special care with your food preferences and your allergies. Now, it's just, bubbling away on the stove, but I do trust that Andy won't let it go to waste. She's always been very eager about getting to her meals, so you might want to start heading in soon if you want to get any yourselves.
Feels weird not being the one making breakfast.
Aw.
Well, if you're the one that's typically making the food for your friends, well, why don't you come in early in the mornings? Now, you can cook in the kitchen with me. How long you plan on staying?
I think we're going to be here for around a week. That'd be lovely. I'd be so happy to.
I'll teach you all of Andy's favorites, so that way she can get some recipes of home on the road.
That's a great idea. Oh, how he loves food so much. So much.
You're not staying for
For what?
breakfast?
Oh, no, Sev says that we've got something that we need to see, and it's quite urgent, so he's taking us there, but we'll be back in a little bit, definitely before noontime.
Okay, have a good trip. Thank
See you
you for letting
later.
us stay.
That too.
Thank you.
So the three halflings kind of head off. Andy, how are you doing this morning?
Oh, I love being back home. You know, getting to see my like arch nemesis. First thing in the morning is always a fun time. And being ridiculed by my ancestors is also a fun image to have in my head. And talking to a very not cursed sword is great. Yeah, not good.
So, as as you all are able to enter in, if you so wish to,
Good.
Andy's able to dole out breakfast.
Yes, giving special care for Morgan. My mom made this especially for you.
You'd give the wrong idea.
He just gives a look over at Freesta, but tucks in and like almost immediately pulls a face.
You don't like my mother's cookie? Wow, that's I don't know if Carrick told you this, but like it's very rude not to eat what's put in front of you in a halfling's house. Just saying.
It ain't the worst thing I've put in my mouth, I'll tell you that.
Yikes. And I'll give Carrick like a wink and try and get him to go along with it.
Give me a persuasion check, you have advantage.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah, no, it's especially rude if you don't finish your meal, too. Like, you gotta clean your plate. If you really want to sell, good manners, you ask for seconds.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, and Carrick, if you wouldn't mind, well, you're up to you, I guess, but Grandma Stefania's coming over shortly, so you might want to take a hike.
Yeah,
if you don't want to be.
Lorcan, I've had a lot of fun. We did a lot of talking. I'm out. And he's gonna stand up and, he's barely touched his food, still plenty of it, and just walks off.
Yeah.
Lorcan trudges through eating. The rest of you have a very pleasant meal, and it has been, cultivated to food preferences and allergies. It's plenty of food to.
Without finishing his meal, is that rude?
Yeah, no, my mom will have some talking to him later for sure. But I guess that just goes to show you Grandma Stefania's presence. So, yeah.
I was thinking maybe I should change my shape into a puppy so I don't say anything wrong again like I did last night, which I am really sorry about, Andy.
No. No, don't worry about that, Tala. To be honest, Grandma Stefania seems to find problem with you, with any person, no matter what they look like or what they say. So no worries. And we did learn some stuff, which was good. So yeah.
So this morning I had an idea, and I tried to commune with Angbinad, my my god, and I asked them 3 questions. One, which is the tree is not a sentient being.
Okay.
And lives are not being, well, I shouldn't say that. I didn't get a clear answer to questions, are lives being sacrificed to the tree? Which I should have clarified to also include, have lives been sacrificed to the tree? But I didn't get a clear answer on that. And I asked if the tunnels that your cousins were digging was related to another plane of existence, and I didn't get a clear answer on that either.
Faye, as Tala goes through her questions and answers, I would mentally ask the sword if that was is that what you think too?
I think the sacrificing isn't so much in a way of blood, but of devotion.
It's like if someone was very devoted to the tree, that would be a sort of sacrifice.
What is a sacrifice but offering what you have?
Interesting. Okay. Other planes of existence? Ringing any bells?
There are touches of things not yet known. In time, I will help you.
Oh, there's a time component now. Good. Okay.
When you are ready, information will be made aware.
Wow,
But
you and
you-
my brother have a lot in common. Sorry, continue.
You have a lot happening today. No need for undue stress. I'm here to help.
Who said I was stressed?
So, that's the information that you get from your sword.
Right. Yeah, I guess Andy Tatalo would just go, oh, that's interesting. So, see, not exactly sacrificial, turning to face to everybody.
Not exactly sacrificial.
Exactly.
And just to be aware, the conversation between the sword and Andy was telepathic, so.
Yeah. Well, great. Now we can just sit in awkwardness while Grandma Stefania
You don't have
takes her
to
good
wait
time.
too long, because you hear a harsh knock, and Andy, you know the sound of a rockwood cane on a wooden door. But we will have to see how Grandma Stefania's visit goes in our next session. So, thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys had fun with this. I know I did. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. I will see you all in our next stream, but until then, head over to wildewitch.com, check us out there. Join us in our Discord if you want to jump into a game yourself and keep up to date with all of our announcements. If you want to play in a game yourself, that's literally what I just said. If you want to catch our live streams, that's here on Twitch, but if you want to catch our VODs, that happens over on YouTube. And then, of course, as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.